Winter in Yakutia is unlike anywhere else on Earth. The air itself feels solid, frozen. Temperatures here plummet to an unimaginable -71 degrees Celsius, a cold so profound it can shatter steel. Winds cut through layers of clothing with brutal efficiency, and survival itself becomes an art form, one that depends entirely on traditions honed over centuries. For the Arctic reindeer herders, this vast, frozen landscape is not a wasteland. It is home. Their lives are woven into the very fabric of this extreme environment. Today, we have the rare privilege of spending 24 hours with a nomadic family as they face the biting reality of life in the coldest inhabited region on our planet. We'll witness their resilience, their ingenuity, and the deep connection they share with the land and their animals. This is a journey into a world of ice, endurance, and unwavering spirit. The day begins long before the sun dares to peek over the horizon. In the heart of the canvas tent, a small flame flickers back to life. It's the first and most critical task of the morning. Without this fire, the cold would be unbearable, even indoors. Overnight, a delicate crystalline layer of frost has formed on the inside walls of the tent, a beautiful but stark reminder of the temperature outside. Every breath you take hangs in the air as a miniature cloud. Out here, nothing is liquid. Water isn't fetched from a tap, it's created. Blocks of snow are gathered and brought inside to be melted over the fire, a slow and patient process that provides the day's supply for drinking and cooking. At -71 degrees Celsius, a simple morning task can become genuinely dangerous. Exposed skin freezes in seconds, a painful and immediate threat. Metal becomes brittle and snaps without warning, and the world outside the tent is often a whiteout. A swirling vortex of blowing snow that erases all sense of direction. Once the fire is stable and there's water, the herders step out into the biting cold. Their first priority is always the reindeer. They move with a practiced calmness, their faces wrapped tightly against the wind, checking each animal for signs of frostbite on their noses or legs. The harnesses and ropes for the sleds left outside overnight are frozen solid like iron bars. They have to be brought close to the fire, carefully thawed until they become pliable enough to use. Every movement is deliberate, every action a calculated measure against the relentless cold. The reindeer are the heart of this nomadic life. They are everything. As the pale morning light spills across the tundra, the herd begins to stir. You can see their breath rising in great plumes, a forest of steam in the frozen air. The herders walk among them, their connection with the animals almost telepathic. They inspect each reindeer, their experienced eyes catching the slightest sign of distress or injury. The younger, more vulnerable calves are often brought closer to the tent, finding what little warmth radiates from the nomadic home. The extreme cold makes the entire herd restless, and danger is never far. At dawn, the piercing howls of wolves can sometimes be heard echoing across the plains. They are opportunistic hunters, drawn by the presence of the herd. The herders must remain vigilant, their senses sharpened by a lifetime spent reading the subtle cues of this environment. Losing even a single animal to the cold or to a predator is a significant blow. Reindeer is a lifeline, providing transport across this vast wilderness, warm clothing made from their hides, durable tools from their bones, and essential food to sustain the family. Their survival is intertwined, a delicate balance of codependence in a world that offers no second chances. With the morning chores complete, it's time to move. Remaining in one place for too long means the reindeer will exhaust the available lichen beneath the snow. The herders must constantly migrate, even if it's just a short distance, to find fresh grazing grounds. Preparing the sleds is a ritual in itself. Thawed harnesses are fitted, the reindeer are lined up, and the family packs their few but essential belongings. The journey across the tundra begins. The sleds glide over the packed snow, a silent procession against an endless white backdrop. The only sounds are the soft crunch of the reindeer's hooves and the whistle of the wind. This is when the cold is at its most punishing. The wind chilled during sled travel can make the temperature feel closer to -85 degrees. It's a cold that penetrates every layer, no matter how well prepared you are. For hours they travel, navigating by instinct and an intimate knowledge of the land passed down through generations. They cross frozen rivers, which are like hidden arteries of danger beneath the snow. The ice can be unstable and a collapse would be catastrophic. The herders read the snow patterns, the color of the ice, looking for signs of weakness. In these temperatures, equipment constantly fails. Ropes stiffen, wood cracks, and even the reindeer, animals born for this climate, begin to show signs of strain. The journey is a testament to their incredible endurance, a slow, methodical push against the forces of nature. In this environment, nothing is soft. Every survival task requires immense effort and precision. When they arrive at a new location, the work is far from over. Firewood is a precious commodity. Trees are scarce, and any available wood must be found, chopped, and transported back to camp by sled. The axe rings out in the crisp air, each strike sending shards of frozen wood flying. The wood itself is as hard as rock. Repairs are a constant necessity. A sled runner might crack on the journey, a seemingly small problem that could leave the family stranded miles from safety. Using tools that have been carefully maintained, the herders perform intricate repairs. They might use sinew from a reindeer, which, when dried, becomes an incredibly strong binding material. Even preparing a meal is a feat of strength. Meat is stored in frozen blocks, and carving it is like chiseling stone. It takes time and a sharp knife, carefully handled so it doesn't break in the cold. Every task, from mending a boot to preparing food, is a lesson in resourcefulness. A broken sled, a lost tool, or a moment of inattention can have dire consequences, turning a routine day into a fight for survival. As the brief Arctic day fades and twilight descends, the temperatures drop even further into the abyss of night. But inside the tent, a different world comes alive. The warmth from the central fire pushes back the cold, creating a sanctuary of light and life. The air is filled with the comforting aroma of a rich meat soup simmering over the flames, a hearty meal that replenishes the energy spent during the day. This is the heart of nomadic life. The family gathers close, the hardships of the day temporarily forgotten. The elders share stories, ancient tales of their ancestors, of spirits in the land. Children listen, absorbing the knowledge and traditions that will one day be theirs to carry forward. Songs are sung, their melodies weaving a tapestry of cultural identity and resilience. Wet clothing and boots are hung near the fire to dry, a crucial task to prevent frostbite on the morrow. Outside, the reindeer huddle close together, sharing their body heat to endure the long, frigid night. The wind howls, but inside the tent, there is a profound sense of peace and community. It is in these quiet moments that you understand the true strength of the herders. It's not just about surviving the cold, it's about thriving together, finding joy and connection in one of the most unforgiving places on Earth. 24 hours in -71 degrees Celsius teaches you one fundamental truth. Survival here is not just about physical strength, but about knowledge. It's a deep, intuitive wisdom passed down through countless generations. These skills, from reading the snow to understanding the behavior of reindeer, are what allow the Arctic herders to live and flourish in a world too harsh for almost anyone else. As we watch the smoke from their tent rise into the starlit sky, a fragile plume against the vast frozen expanse, we are witnessing more than just a way of life. We are witnessing the incredible resilience of the human spirit. This is life at -71 degrees Celsius, testament to the enduring power of tradition, community, and the remarkable people who call this land home. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey. If you were moved by this story, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more content from the farthest corners of our world. We'll see you next time.